I have been using these techniques for over 30 years, and my onions and garlic consistently grow impressively large and healthy. In this video, I will share the most effective tips and tricks for achieving big, robust bulbs. Autumn is not only the season when hot summer days give way to cooler evenings, but it is also a critical period for preparing one of the most flavorful and productive crops for the next summer, onions and garlic. Many gardeners believe that the season ends with a harvest, but the real work actually begins in September. Preparing the soil correctly, selecting the right varieties, and handling the planting material carefully are key factors that determine the size and quality of the bulbs that will form the following year. We'll begin by covering the fundamentals, what winter garlic and onions are, and why planting them in autumn is so important. Winter onions and garlic are not ordinary varieties. They are resilient champions that rely on the cold winter to strengthen and prepare for the next growing season. A strong frost triggers their internal development processes, allowing them to sprout early in spring and form large, fleshy bulbs. Missing the ideal autumn planting window can significantly reduce growth and yield. The key is to plant them when the roots can establish themselves deeply while avoiding the emergence of shoots above the soil that could be damaged by frost. The first principle is timely planting. Although many gardeners use September as a general guide, the most reliable approach is to base planting on soil temperature. Winter onions and garlic should be planted 3 to 4 weeks before the first consistent frosts. Not just the first light frost in the morning, but when the soil begins to freeze deeply. During this period, the bulbs develop strong roots without producing green shoots that could be harmed. Planting too early, such as in August, can cause shoots to freeze and weaken the bulbs. Planting too late leaves insufficient time for root development, leading to weaker plants that may struggle in winter conditions. Following long-term forecasts and adapting to your local climate is crucial for success. Selecting the right planting material is another critical step. Many gardeners mistakenly use garlic or onions from grocery stores. While these may look healthy, they are often treated to prevent sprouting and are intended for consumption, not planting. Using them can result in poor growth and even introduce disease into the garden. Instead, it is highly recommended to use certified planting onions and garlic from trusted garden centers, local growers, or neighbors who cultivate their own. This ensures the right variety for winter conditions and a strong, high-quality harvest. Choosing the best location in your garden is equally important. Onions thrive in sunny, open spaces with excellent drainage. Low, waterlogged areas can easily damage roots. Slightly elevated beds or raised rows, about 20 to 25 centimeters high, work best. Crop rotation is crucial. Avoid planting onions where onions, garlic, or potatoes previously grew to reduce the risk of disease and pests. Instead, planting after legumes, squash, or cabbage family members is much better. Preparing the soil involves deep digging, removing stones and weeds, and improving the structure with sand, peat, or compost. Onions prefer neutral soils, which provide the best environment for nutrient absorption and strong growth. Acidic soil should be amended with lime or wood ash, which adds essential minerals such as potassium, phosphorus, calcium, magnesium, and boron. Wood ash is particularly beneficial because it not only raises soil pH, but also provides trace elements that improve root development and plant resilience. It is effective for preventing certain fungal infections and increasing resistance to environmental stress. When used with compost, peat, or sand, the soil becomes lighter, more aerated, and retains nutrients more effectively, giving the bulbs a strong start. Autumn fertilization differs from spring feeding. Nitrogen-rich fertilizer promote leafy growth, which is not desirable in autumn because shoots could be damaged by frost. Instead, phosphorus and potassium should be applied to encourage strong root development. Superphosphate and potassium sulfate can be sprinkled at teaspoon per square meter and lightly worked into the soil. Adding aged manure or compost further enhances soil structure and provides slow-release nutrients that support healthy root formation. These nutrients, combined with minerals from wood ash, give the bulbs the energy needed to withstand winter and thrive in spring. The first pre-planting treatment I use involves a soak in chamomile tea. Chamomile is well known for its antiseptic and antifungal properties, which help protect the bulbs and provide them with extra strength. To prepare the tea, pour a liter of hot water over a few tablespoons of dried chamomile flowers and allow it to cool to room temperature. Onions are then soaked for 20 to 30 minutes and allowed to air dry. This treatment not only shields against disease, but also gives the bulbs a strong start for vigorous growth in spring. The second treatment focuses on soaking onions in a baking soda solution. Baking soda is a mild natural disinfectant that is highly effective against fungal spores and bacteria. Dissolve 1 tablespoon of baking soda in a liter of water and soak the onions for about 30 minutes. This method is entirely natural, easy to apply, and keeps the plants healthy throughout the growing season without chemicals. It also slightly alters the surface pH, creating conditions that discourage pathogen development. The third treatment involves wood ash, which is particularly rich in potassium, phosphorus, and other essential minerals. 1 tablespoon of ash dissolved in a liter of water and left to sit for at least 24 hours releases these nutrients into a readily absorbable form. Onions are soaked for 3 to 4 hours. This treatment not only strengthens roots and supports healthy bulb formation, but also enhances plant immunity and increases resistance to harsh weather conditions. Wood ash also contributes trace elements like magnesium and calcium that improve overall soil fertility and structure. In combination with other soil amendments, such as compost or peat, it ensures a well-balanced growing medium that promotes optimal development. Other optional treatments include a soak in salt water, which helps deter pests like onion flies and mites. However, the combination of chamomile tea, baking soda, and wood ash is usually sufficient for ensuring strong and healthy onion growth. Using firm, disease-free bulbs, preparing the soil carefully, and applying these natural soaking treatments is the best approach to guarantee a rich, productive, and flavorful harvest. Friends, share these tips with fellow gardeners so they too can enjoy big, healthy onions next season. By following these simple yet highly effective methods, you will maximize growth, improve plant resilience, and ensure that your autumn preparations lead to a plentiful and satisfying harvest. Thank you for watching, and happy gardening.